My name's Jennifer. Today we're going to work on one of the standards that's under numbers and operations. And that standard is adding and subtracting fractions with unlike denominators using mixed numbers and decimals. This standard is really important to build a foundation on so that you can manipulate the numbers in any scenario for future math, for different skills levels, anywhere that you go, and then being able to apply those to real life situations. Today we're going to work on just the foundation of this standard, which is how do we add and subtract numbers with unlike denominators, mixed numbers, and decimals. Later on, we will move to using this skill and applying it to real life world scenarios. Today we're going to start by, I have a group of flashcards. I want you to be able to match equivalent fractions. Some of these are in fraction form, some are in mixed number form, and some are in decimals. So we're going to shuffle them up a little bit, and then I want you to find all the ones that are equivalent to each other. Now we're going to move on to how we represent these numbers in different ways using the fraction blocks and graph paper. First, we're going to have two numbers that I show in some fraction blocks. Based off of these, I want to add these two numbers together. So we're going to manipulate the fraction blocks together and add them. And then I'm going to show you how that we're going to subtract them. And we're going to focus on what happens to each of the numbers as we add and subtract them. We're also going to use graph paper to represent decimals and how these are similar to the fractions. Once we color in some blocks on the graph paper to form, we're going to show how each decimal represents the fractions and how we can add and subtract these decimals to the fractions. Once you understand the relationships between the numbers, and I can see that you understand how to manipulate the numbers back and forth between the different formats, we're going to concentrate on adding and subtracting them. So we're going to go through each one, and we're going to have some problems together. I'm going to guide you through them. And as you can show me how to go through each of the steps and you can explain how to go through it, then I know that you have an understanding of how to add and subtract these fractions, mixed numbers, and decimals. At the end of the session, and the way that you're going to be able to show me that you understand these is we're going to form a fun little paper chain. So I'll give you several strips of paper, and these strips of papers have different problems in all different formats of fractions, mixed numbers, and decimals, and on the other side are answers. I want you to solve each problem on the back of the paper, and then we're going to match it to the answers. If you are successful, then we'll end up with a paper chain, and you will have shown me that you truly understand how to manipulate these numbers back and forth, and then we'll be ready to move on to how do we apply these to real world scenarios and problem solving in the real world. I will see you soon, and let's get through with this lesson. Thank you.